Hey everybody, Zach Mars here, and I'm excited to announce the soft launch of Sanguis Deorum, a brutal action RPG with Souls-like combat finished in just 7 weeks of total design and development time. This last sprint, I wanted to go over some of the new changes as well as what it took to launch the game on itch.io. So actually this update has a lot of new changes. You'll probably see right away that this character model looks different. He's got kind of some robot legs. Well, that's because there are actually now 4 playable races with game models and everything, as well as a character sheet to show your progress, a level up system, some real RPG stat usage and combat. I've got this new nice particle effect of like embers coming up on the title screen there. We've got the full theme music in place, so you can name your character. I'm going to go ahead and name him Zagreus, and he will be one of the 4 races. The human guy you've seen before, that robot guy, was the Arbiter. The orc looks kind of like the other orc bad guys, pretty much just the same, and then we've got the elf. Since the elf's the most unique one, well, they're all pretty unique, but since the elf's the one I haven't showcased the most, we're going to go ahead and play as the elf a little bit and show some of the new features. So here I can start the game. And we actually have a launched version. I don't have to play it in the engine right now, but I'm just doing that kind of for ease of everything right now. I was able to get the game exported and everything, and we'll go over that in just a minute. But here you can see, if I open up my inventory, I now have a character sheet with a character portrait, the name of my character, the race, their basic stats and class, and their experience and how much they need to level up, which is all functional. I also added this nice highlight. I revamped the whole UI so everything's much more user-friendly and controller-friendly. Yeah, I did a little bit of that with the conversation too. If I go into dialogue here, you can see it highlights correctly, and I can pick a lot easier what's going on. It's less disruptive. Okay, and you've seen my quest before, so I'm not going to do too much of the questing. I'm just going to go ahead and run through here. The quest is all working with save progress though. Actually, I may demo that real quick. If I can run by this guy. Oh, yeah, I got busted. That's okay. I'm going to grab the quest item, the orc artifact, and we're going to go ahead and save here. And I can load my game. You can see that I completed the quest. If I load my game, it says my quest is complete. There's something buggy with the quest log in the build version. I'm going to fix that bug soon. And that image is broken. That's supposed to be an image of a barrel. I think I got rid of the old image, so I need to replace that. Anyway, the quest icon's in place. You can see the item highlighting. If I leave it highlighted, it'll show a description of the item, so that's pretty neat. You can see this is our elf character. She's got some gray armor, some nice hair stuff going on. And turn in my quest after I saved, and it remembers my quest progress. And I get the quest rewards, and he'll tell me, oh, I gave you the reward away with ye. Alright, he doesn't want me around. That's okay. Whoa, that was fun. And let's see here. So that's the quest out of the way. That's a lot of the major improvements. It also remembers where all of the items in world are, including in chests. So if I loot this chest, that's supposed to be auto-focusing, but I'll have to fix that. Oh, see, now it's breaking. Okay. But see, now I can throw on this outfit. It says, on a set of armor made of sleek black leather. I hope you're not vegetarian. See, we can equip our new armor. And if I save, it remembers that I equipped my new armor. And it's no longer in the chest. Oh, there is a bug still duplicating all of my equipped gear. I wasn't able to resolve that on time for launch, but it is what I'm considering a acceptable bug. It doesn't really, terribly impact the quality of gameplay or anything like that. But you can see the chest is empty now after I saved, and even if I drop this item, which will unequip it from me, I'm not going to lose it. If I save now and I load my game and I forgot to pick it up, the game, when working properly, will leave my armor right where I left it. So it saves all the items, all the game locations. Yeah, whether you're equipped with your gear or not, the stance of the weapons you have equipped. So if I have my sword equipped, I can go to long sword. And then if I save my game and I load in, still equipped just the way I was, and I can still equip my longsword. Okay, I've already showcased the kill quest at the end and all the bad guys. So I'm not going to do too much combat in this demonstration. I'm going to go ahead and pop out of this demo in just a second, and we're going to move on over to showing how I publish the game on itch.io, and my upcoming plans to advertise the game and get the word out about it. I've got a couple novel ideas in the mix. What I do not have in terms of advertising is funding, so I'm going to pretty much do guerrilla marketing like crazy. I don't have money to pay anybody for marketing. I don't have money to advertise on Facebook or anywhere, so really trying to hype up my game based off of how quick it was developed, the quality that was reached in the amount of time that was reached, the brutal Souls-like combat, all that. And I already did her quest and everything. I could go do it again, but I'm not going to. I just wanted to show you I made an exit portal to the map. So once you've done everything on a level, you can walk on through and nothing happens because something broke. But that's okay. These portals were working, and the idea is you jump on through or just walk on through, and then you're in the next level. So anyway, those are some of the updates. Obviously, there's some room for improvement. Here's the itch.io page that I created. It's got some theme colors of this, blood red color and our title. Just a basic description of the game. Credits to Gavin Walker. He's the guy who came up with my epic theme music for the title and the level. I just love what he came out with. Even for what he came out with in 6 weeks was super impressive. So I listed the game on itch.io. If you go into the edit game, this is kind of what it looks like. When you go to itch.io, you put in a title. You can customize the URL if you want to, drop a cover image. This is an important cover image. I have a square one already set up, but the square cover image is what gets listed on itch.io when they search for your game. So it's important to have something kind of snappy and identifiable. Here we can see some of the screenshots. I just took snips and screenshots of my own gameplay. It's probably a better way to get some cleaner, cooler screenshots. But yeah, and my file size, here's another hurdle. When I released the game, okay, so there's all kinds of build issues. You can see even just quitting out of that, it crashed. But dealing with all these build issues, I was up to like 7, 8 in the morning, pulling an all-nighter, just trying to pick out files and bugs and things that weren't going to work, that were coming up with errors in the Unreal editor, particularly in the build and the project settings. I'll show you that real quick too. You go down here, you go package product, you pick your operating system or whatever you're trying to package it for. I'm almost a little curious to try to package this for mobile. I doubt it would work, but it could. But once you choose your platform, you choose your file location, you save it, it'll start the whole process. You'll see down here, it'll start compiling and building and packaging your game, which is getting it ready to be an exported file and everything. And that's where you'll see your output log with all the errors and everything. I had to pick through all that all friggin' morning, but after much ado, I was able to get it worked out. So yeah, I'll go ahead and show you the game project export folder. Here's the game folder itself. It's just got a basic game file. It's got some engine files. It's got some other game content files all packed up into these .pack files. And then, yeah, it's just a nice, convenient executable. I can just open it up there. It actually loads a little cleaner and nicer than the game engine since it doesn't need any options. But you can see it's got some bugs. It doesn't highlight the way I highlighted the main menu. These are supposed to turn red when you highlight them or select them. Something got switched along the way, and this screen doesn't just quite do that right. Just on the build. And so there's some weird issues that come through on the build. Sometimes you got to do more debugging. I didn't really account for that much today. But there's a launchable version of the game that has my character, it's got my progress, it's Doing everything right almost. There's just a couple minor overlaps and bugs. Yeah, like the title screen thing, the quest log doesn't come through correctly on load like it does in the build editor, like I just showed you, which drives me nuts. But it's just picking apart these problems and debugging them one at a time, just like I did this morning to get the game to build an executable at all. I'm super proud that after 6 weeks of development, I got a launched file that you can download and play, and it's fun, and you get the core experience. Albeit a couple bugs here and there, and it's not a lot of content. It's just the level 1 for now, but I'm going to be cranking out more levels. I'm going to be working on my advertising and my pitch campaign. So like I said, I'm working on getting the build file. Once you have the build file, I compressed it. It was actually too large for itch.io. They only have a 1 gigabyte limit, but what they have is you have this feature here to add an external file that you can upload somewhere else and let the players download it from there after they pay your fee here, which I think is a great system, at least for an indie dev or somebody who's new to this. I tried to email customer support and contact them for more space. Of course, I haven't heard anything because I just emailed them this morning. And so, in order to get your game up quickly, if it's a big game like mine is, I made this hi-fi, really high-quality model, high-quality level game. It needs a little more space. I just put it up on my Google Drive, put the Google Drive link in there, and it's all set to go. They can buy it for $350. It's got a description. It's got a nice page. It's got some tags. Once I get it up on Steam and Epic Games, I wonder why they don't have a link for that. Then I will put that up. And that's it. You can put some more download and install instructions if you need special instructions. I will probably put in some handy hints on how to use the game controls. There's pretty good in-game prompts, but I don't think everything is going to be 100% obvious. Like if you're a big RPG fan, you'll know what to do. I for inventory, select for inventory, start for game menu, kind of intuitive controls for the most part. However, that being said, I would like to put in some more specifics so it's easier for my players. Anyway, that's the game page on itch.io. This is the results after you choose the theme color and everything, and you can always edit that up here. You can make a nice little widget if you have another website or somewhere you'd like to share your game. It's like a quick little plug. It prompts them to buy it. It links them to your game page. You can customize this. If I wanted to make it more red and make the font a little different, I could do that and match more like what the game page looks like. Some cool stuff on itch.io. I've done some game jams here in the past. If you look at some of my other titles, I did my Ski From here just a month ago, it's hard to believe this is like a month and a half ago I was making this, and it looks like this, a little ski game. And now I'm releasing an action RPG that took just, only a few weeks longer really to make. And I would say the quality in games is night and day. This one I love. It's got pixel art. It's clean. It's like bug free. It's just really simple. Here we go. Here's Ski From. See a little skier guy. You go downhill. Anyway, I'm getting a little off topic here. But the whole point is I've had some experience working with itch.io in the past and doing game jams, which is how I knew how to work with it and get all this stuff going. And here you can even see my little game page for that, for Ski From. I can go to my developer page and see all the titles I've released, including this little side-scroller game, a little kind of Zelda-like puzzle, ski game, and now my whole charge game of 3D Unreal Action RPG. Anyway, so that's getting it launched on itch.io. I got it exported. I got to pick through all the bugs so I actually have something I can share. If it's too big, I got to upload it to G Drive. You upload the link here or the file. You customize the page, and then it's listed. Now, in theory, if I were to look for my game, like somebody new Sanguis Deorum's on itch.io, I should be able to find it. Let's take a look. Yeah, first thing. Oh, I see there's some other games called Sanguis, too. Sanguis Universum. Oh, interesting. Platformer. Ooh, horror platformer. So some interesting stuff, but I'm happy to report if you look up Sanguis Deorum specifically, it does immediately come up with my game. And it looks like mine is the only game with the word Sanguis that is for sale. So that's cool. So if I just do Sanguis, I'm not going to come up right away, and the search is going to be a little broader. But if I look through it, nope, nothing yet. So, I'm still building traction from a game. I'm thinking, oh, no, it is. It's right there. It's row 2. So not bad at all. Yeah, so you can check out your game in the search. Other players can find it. I'm releasing it for just $3.50 right now because it's sort of what I'm calling a soft launch, even though it's not officially a soft launch. But yeah, it's a soft launch because there's only one level and there's still a couple bugs I'm working out for the build. Yeah, anyway. So now on to my advertising plan. If you see my YouTube channel, I've been doing a devlog pretty consistently every, couple of weeks or so. It's been a while since my last devlog, since this last sprint was crazy. But here you can see it kind of built traction over time. If we go back to my earlier devlogs, my first one kind of spiked a lot too. That's interesting. But it kind of was like slow pickings, 3 or 4, 5, 10, 3 or 4. But then towards the end, here at 10, 11, I mean, it back down to 6, but I started getting more traction, and my last one picked up a lot more views. I think especially because I got it onto a pretty level. There's some nice visuals to look at in this preview clip. It looks like I got more of a game here. Instead of here, you can see that's the what is it? The ALS, the action locomotion system. Background, the demo level is kind of ugly and clunky. It's great for actually these little colors and tools they give you would be wonderful for kind of white boxing a level, so to speak, in a way that's a little more robust. Anyway, so this was part of my marketing. Is I made a Discord community to engage with my people who are really serious about the game and wanted to follow it. All my Discord followers got a free copy of my launch today. I'm asking for feedback and input from everybody, so just getting some of my community players involved, even though if it's just a handful of people, directing them to the YouTube channel. I've been posting all of my updates on my Facebook. I have a Facebook page for my game company, as well as a LinkedIn page for my game company. So if I go to my LinkedIn, I can dive into my company, Finn's Fables, and we can see here that I've been posting about the game, including announcing the launch today. And look, it's the same thing where most of my posts for a long time were getting no traction. It's not 70 views or nothing, but towards the end I start getting somebody liking it. Now for my launch, I got a couple people liking it. These are different people. They're not even the same guy who liked the other posts. So getting a little more traction, getting people checking out what I'm doing, posting it on LinkedIn, being excited about it. I'm also messaging people and talking about it. Oh, hey, did you check out this game I made? We were talking about it. So a lot of word of mouth, telling friends, telling people, the Discord promotions, talking to that. So one thing else I'm going to do to work on advertising, since I have zero funds, is I'm going to start reaching out to like influencers and people who play games on their Twitch streams. I know this lady named Barry, just from Discord and everything, but she does like a Twitch stream marketing kind of thing. So I'm gonna send her a free copy of the game and ask if she wants to review it on her Twitch, and just kind of build some hype and get people playing it. I'm gonna try to reach out to some more streamers and influencers and people like that. Considering giving them free copies. Just getting some hype going for this game, so that here in a few more weeks, when I've picked out all the bugs and I've put in some more level content and I have more of a fleshed out full game, I'm ready with hype for it, and I'm ready to relaunch it on Steam and Epic Games, probably for more than $3.50. So I'm excited about that. A lot of good stuff coming. I've got plans to try to sell the game more. I'm hoping as a portfolio piece it will stand out. I have not seen really a lot on itch.io that even hits near this kind of visual quality, and I know that's not like something I made, but I did piece it together, and it takes a lot of work, and there was this big focus on quality, and I'm really happy with what I achieved there. So I'm hoping through high quality gameplay, high quality experiences, that my portfolio will stand out, my skills as a producer and a game developer will stand out, and that will lead to more jobs. I love working on these art pieces. I love working on indie games, but I would love it even more if I could make money. So that's the plan. Try to sell the game, try to improve the game, and try to get a job. I also use influencers and people who share content about games to see if they'll check it out. I think pitching the brutal Souls-like combat will be a good way to do that. Anyway, that's it for my stream. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. That's my sprint review, all my upgrades, my character sheet, leveling up, RPG stats and progression, and some save system updates, as well as the actual launch of the game, the creation of the screenshots and some of the promo materials, and the itch.io page, and promoting and putting out the itch.io page. It's everything we got done over the last week. It's been a crazy busy week. It's been a crazy busy 7 weeks for this class. And I'm happy to say that I've reached a place that I'm really happy with. It's not perfect, but I never expected an action RPG high fidelity in 6 weeks to be perfect. Everybody told me not to do it and that the scope was insane, and they were right, and I did it anyway. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoy Sanguis Deorum. You can buy it now for $3.50. If you're really interested in reviewing the game or doing something more with it, checking it out, please reach out to me. I'd love to send a free copy to anybody who's interested. I really want to get people playing the game. More than that, I really want to get people talking about the game so that down the line it'll sell. And so, and not even just sell, just play it, because that's the hardest thing. Is even some of these games, they don't necessarily sell, they don't necessarily get traction right away. Ooh, it's got 17 views though, so people are looking at it. People are looking at it. Yeah, it's getting thrown up in the newest games page. It looks like it's getting some attention there, because like if you look at this is why I wanted to focus on that kind of high fidelity visual quality. Look at these. These are ugly. Even this. It's got 3D art, but it's ugly. I didn't want to make an ugly game, and I didn't want to make another pixel art game because I love pixel art, and if it's done really well and it's done right, it looks beautiful, but they're kind of a dime a dozen. There's a million of these ugly games out here, a million of these pixel games, a million of these stylized 2D games. They look okay, But anyway, I digress. I'm just hopeful that my game will sell and that it'll stand out from the pack. And I'm real excited to get the ball moving and actually get some marketing done and see if I can actually sell a game. If not, at least do good enough work that other people will pay me to help make their games sell. And, make good games for them to sell. Anyway, that's my devlog update. That's my sprint review for my final sprint for my game project class at UAT. Keep up with Finn's Fables. Keep up with Sanguis Deorum. Keep up with game developer Zach Mars. See you guys next time.